It's official, Kody Brown and David Woolley's marriage is over. We were all so happy to see Kody Brown and David Woolley's relationship blossom, but now it's heartbreaking to hear that their relationship may be coming to an end. Reports suggest that a divorce might be on the way. What really happened between them? To find out all the details, make sure to watch the full video. Kody Brown's journey over the last few years has been nothing short of remarkable. Once a quiet, devoted third wife in a complicated polygamous marriage with Kody Brown, she has transformed into a bold, independent woman who's taken control of her life in ways many fans didn't expect. But with all that change, divorce, new love, and remarriage, comes emotional complexity, and her recent comments about heartbreak have left many fans wondering what's really going on behind the scenes. When Kody left Kody Brown in 2021 after 27 years of spiritual marriage, it shocked both viewers and those close to the Brown family. Kody had often been portrayed as the peacemaker, someone who tried to keep the family unit together even when things got tough. She never struck many as someone who would walk away from such a deeply rooted lifestyle. Yet when she did, it was a sign that she had reached a breaking point, and that she was ready to find happiness on her own terms. The divorce from Kody wasn't an impulsive decision. Kody tried to save the marriage. She worked hard to make it functional for the sake of her children and the family, but she eventually had to face the painful truth that her needs and emotional well-being were not being met. Watching her in those final episodes with Kody, it was clear that she was no longer willing to accept less than what she deserved. Her strength surprised many, including those who had doubted her capacity to strike out on her own. Once she left, Kody didn't retreat inward. Instead, she opened herself up to new possibilities. Not long after the split, she re-entered the dating scene. It was heartening to see her begin that next chapter, considering how much of her life had been consumed by family responsibilities and compromises in a polygamous marriage. Then came David Woolley, a man with a very different energy from Kody. Their romance seemed to unfold quickly, capturing the attention of Sister Wives fans and becoming a major storyline in season 19. Kody met David in 2022, and their relationship escalated quickly. They dated for less than a year before deciding to move in together. That decision raised some eyebrows, especially considering Kody's previous lifestyle and values. It was particularly surprising because her youngest daughter, Truly, was still living with her at the time. Traditionally reserved and cautious in her choices, Kody now seemed ready to break from expectations and embrace a more modern, less conventional path. She and David began building a life together. Their relationship was full of affection, fun adventures, and family bonding moments. David is a widower with 8 children and 10 grandchildren, bringing his own large family into the picture. Kody, a mother of 6, suddenly found herself not only navigating a new romantic relationship but also adjusting to the complexities of a blended family. It was a whirlwind, and in many ways, it looked like Kody had found the kind of love she had always dreamed of, one filled with attention, respect, and genuine companionship. In October 2023, Kody and David tied the knot. Their wedding, documented for a 2-part Sister Wives special, was a joyous celebration, completely different from Kody's spiritual marriage to Kody decades earlier. Gone were the days of modest ceremonies surrounded by co-wives and uncertainty. Kody's wedding with David was vibrant and full of life. She wore an elegant off-the-shoulder gown, proudly displaying a matching tattoo she got with David, a bold statement of unity and permanence. David, dressed in an all-black suit, stood at her side as they pledged their love in front of a gathering of friends and family who truly supported them. It was a beautiful moment for Kody, one that symbolized her emotional rebirth and growth. She had come so far from the woman who once stayed silent while feeling invisible in a polygamous household. Now she was radiant, confident, and finally loved in a way she had always hoped to be. However, even with all the good that 2024 brought into her life, Kody's recent Instagram post stirred concern. On January 1, 2025, she shared a heartfelt recap of the previous year, including joyful moments, family gatherings, and cherished memories. But it was her caption that drew attention. She wrote, "What a year it has been. From unbelievable heartbreak to unforgettable adventures, this year has been all about growth, joy in hardship, and finding the courage to choose happiness." The word heartbreak struck many fans hard. For someone who seemed to be thriving in her new marriage, what could have caused such pain? Was there trouble brewing between her and David? Could the honeymoon phase be over already? It was a jarring contrast to the glowing smiles and sweet captions she had shared throughout the previous months. At first, some followers feared the worst. Christine's rapid move into marriage with David, while heartwarming, had always felt a bit rushed to some. After nearly 3 decades in a deeply flawed and emotionally draining marriage, wouldn't it have been better for her to take some time to focus on herself before committing again? While David appeared to be a better match, supportive, kind, and uninterested in polygamy, Christine had hardly spent any time truly alone. Her fans, while supportive, couldn't help but worry that she might have jumped too quickly into a new commitment. But upon closer reflection, it seems that the heartbreak Christine referenced in her post may not be about her marriage at all. March 2024 brought a tragic loss to the Brown family that sent shockwaves through their community and left everyone reeling. Garrison Brown, the 25-year-old son of Kody and Janelle, passed away unexpectedly. While he wasn't Christine's biological child, their relationship was deep and meaningful. Christine helped raise Garrison from birth. During the early years of their large, unconventional family, Christine was the stay-at-home mom, the one who cared for the children when the other adults were working. She wasn't just a caretaker, she was a maternal figure to many of the Brown kids, and her bond with Garrison was particularly strong. He was a bright, spirited young man with a sense of humor and a deep love for his family. His sudden death devastated the entire Brown family, but it hit Christine especially hard. Losing someone you've helped raise, loved, and guided is an emotional blow that leaves a lasting scar. Christine's use of the word heartbreak likely stems from this tragic event. No amount of personal happiness can erase the pain of such a loss. She may have found love and built a new life, but that doesn't mean she is immune to grief. In fact, navigating joy and sorrow at the same time can be one of the hardest emotional balances a person can experience. Christine also remains very close to Janelle, Garrison's mother. The two women formed a strong friendship during their years as sister wives, and even after leaving Kody, they maintained that bond. Christine has shown up for Janelle time and time again, supporting her through difficult moments. Garrison's death no doubt brought them even closer, as they leaned on one another through the darkest parts of 2024. Christine's heart likely broke not just for her own loss, but for the unbearable pain she saw her dear friend endure.